Mhm.
You know how that is back in the holidays.
MRPC never sends the bill out on time. Never.
And one time we did our paper order in October and then got the paper in December, and April they sent us a bill.
Mm-hmm.
We got a big agenda today.
Uh-huh. A lot of people.
Yeah, I sent them a message to bring a truck this morning at 30,000 because they found all that in the room back there. It's a whole
That-
nother fingerprinting thing that
motorized
Jimmy had
table.
ordered and stuck in the room. I told him we'd take the truck for collateral. He sent me a message, Rex, take your truck. I figured he'd bring a truck up here, didn't run. Have Roger drop one off out there.
That'd been good. What kind of thought about that?
That's what I would, that would be me thinking there. Oh, I'll fix
Could've
it.
brought up Cody's truck.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my God. All right, this time we'll call the regular county commission meeting to order, certify with corn consent general approval minutes, payment of the bills.
I'll second.
All in favor? You brought no warp up? No.
I have not seen Mac with any, so.
Y'all have anything?
Yes, sir.
No, we don't want it. We don't want it.
I'd like to ask Ken Hawkins to step up. Ken's one of our dispatchers, and we had an incident the other day, deputies responding. It was initially a suicide by cop, but I'll read. You can kind of get the gist of it. And is that recording on Tango Tango? Okay. So if I could play the recording, because it says some names, but you hear those recordings online or on TV and stuff where the dispatcher calls back and talks people down, and well, that's exactly what happened in this incident. Instead of, it's our job. Dispatcher job is to answer the calls, get the patrols out there. But when you have a dispatcher that, you know, they can just hang up the phone and the deputies do their thing. But Ken took it upon himself to make a call back and try and diffuse the situation, which he did 100%. And it caused him to go out and outside the house and be arrested by the deputies without incident. So says Pulaski County Sheriff's Office certificate of commendation is proudly presented to Ken Hawkins on March 21st, 2025 at approximately 13:02 p.m. Pulaski County deputies were dispatched to Ratchet Lane in Waynesville, Missouri in response to a report of a disturbance involving a possible firearm or knife. The male subject, whose identity is not disclosed, expressed intentions of suicide by cop. Dispatcher Hawkins made contact with the individual and listened as he shared feelings of despair, including losing his job, facing potential prison time, and feeling alienated from his family. Despite the emotional and mental distress, Dispatcher Hawkins skillfully de-escalated the situation, convincing the individual to put down his weapon and walk out to the deputies, turning himself in. Through quick thinking and compassionate communication, Dispatcher Hawkins ensured both the individual received the help he needed and the deputies remained safe. Dispatcher Hawkins displayed the moral fiber that all people should aspire to, selflessly putting others before himself, standing firm in integrity, even when no one is watching, and choosing what is right over what is easy. We are deeply grateful for his unwavering commitment to duty, and may his example inspire us all to lead with courage, compassion, and honor. Sign me, Sheriff. So, Ken, great job. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh.
Commissioner Noyes, good job. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Chief. John. Get your name.
Okay, now load everything up.
Huh? Oh, hey, load that stuff up. Good job, get to work.
Just take Rex's truck.
Sacrifice day. That's an almost sacrifice day.
You got the one in, what was it, Durango?
No,
Explorer.
Explorer,
Yeah.
okay.
The detective vehicle.
That disposal thing.
You got it in?
It's not as flashy as the other ones, but it's a nice vehicle. Couple more things I got tonight, Crocker City Hall, for the citizens
Oh, yeah.
at 6 o'clock, and then next Wednesday, I don't know the date off the top of my head, but next Wednesday will be my first community forum with the citizens of the county. I think right now there's 20-some people that are saying they're coming, but
I can make that one. Where's it
I
gonna be
think
at?
it's gonna be at the sheriff's training room at 6:30, and Doug's going to do it online for us. So we'll put out our stats, and then we'll go over some things going on in the sheriff's office, some things we're doing that we've done to improve and get better, and then open the floor up for the citizens for comments, concerns, issues, and go from there.
Sounds good.
Excuse me, Sheriff, did you say that was at 6 or 6:30, Crocker?
6 o'clock tonight is Crocker.
Okay,
6:30 next Wednesday is my.
okay, I thought it was 6:30 at Crocker tonight, okay.
Is it 6:30?
I think so. That's 6, let me check.
Well, I'm trying to get everybody there early. We will have support, our deputies will be out there, for any type of, well, not to work, but to, kind of like a show of force, to show that we are,
Yeah, my time off.
want to do, we want to go with this, so.
Carol, something in court today?
I know he didn't have any of the stuff, he just left his report.
Oh, our app. We did the first part of our app yesterday. We have another meeting next week, so the app is, we're gonna start with the app first, and they're gonna base the website off the app, but, everything is going smooth with that, very easy to work with. They're gonna have, well, for you all, especially for our emergency management part, we're gonna have a form that citizens fill out for damage, for down trees, things like that, so that, and we'll get your emails, and that stuff can be forwarded to you all, so you all, real time, instead of waiting on a call, or, well, I called 3 days ago, well, it's an instant report that you all can receive from the citizens for stuff like that. And then there's a drop-down box, so it'll weed out, like, you won't get, disturbing, anything that would come to us. It would weed out by the drop-down box, like down tree, road improvement or something like that, whatever we name the drop-down box, so it would know who to send that email to, so. But it's gonna be good for the county.
Emergency management, tag team with that?
No. They got their hybrid thing. This is just a.
I was more thinking about the EOC, IOC, where they could use that, they submit their issues to your app, road and bridge, clear the trees, it's like your war board.
Well, you say it that way, emergency management knows that there was damage there, even though
Yeah.
if it was a tree or whatever, they'll take care of that, but emergency management also have it on his list for saying, oh, that's right, there was this over here.
Yeah,
You might be able to put a drop down on that.
yeah, I think, didn't you say Phelps used
Well,
that?
Phelps Sheriff is the EOC manager.
That's what
So,
I found out. Or his assistant.
what's that?
His number 2 guy, I think, isn't he?
No, the sheriff is. He is the EOC director.
Wow.
Yeah,
Now.
I was just looking for one, oh, sorry,
Go ahead.
let's say the one point for the resident, I push a button, got a tree down on my street. I don't care where it goes, but it goes to either sheriff, EOC, road and bridge. But the whole county is aware of it during downtime.
Mhm.
You had one on the board, and everybody can see it. Boom, app.
Speaking of the devil, we're a little bit more high tech than that.
There he is, right there.
That was not shareable doc.
His ears was burning, I guess.
Yep.
Cool. Matter of fact, I demoed something like that for Mr. Silva.
I just got.
They deleted it.
Yeah,
Daryl's gone.
we had it for the.
He had
last,
some,
not the tornado, but the
sheetrock
last,
tape he was trying to get rid of, so he
snowstorm we had,
left.
where when we get a call,
Mm-hmm.
my dispatch can enter in that they've got a tree down or they got something,
Yeah,
blocking the
we-
roadway.
That's a Google
Yeah.
worksheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about
And
his
EOC can
new
see it, Tom
website,
Center can
and
see
it'll
it.
send them if the tree's down somewhere during the storm. I said maybe they could also send it toward you, so you know what they're going to fix, you'll have it your records.
So, any addresses that anybody has that received damage during the tornado, I need those addresses. I have a list. I started a campaign on addresses. I have a few of them, but I know there was more because I think IA may be, well, amen, because of Rob. So. Sweet, thank you. I thought you were sending me over there.
I thought it was too.
Hmm?
I was dancing, busting move.
He's busting a move over here.
What?
He's busting a move. He'll start dancing. You want to post?
It's all sitting with.
Oh, I see, yeah, I read that.
I think Whitney needs to say it.
Yeah, I read that. He did live with the health department's meeting you're talking about. Yeah, I read it. See, there's a difference between what he typed in when you go live. At least you go live, you know it's there, it was said, it was done. Here you gotta rely on him typing everything in right.
We'll be, if you wanna come look at that, we'll be out there at the range today about.
Don't forget to leave the
10:30 or so.
$30K check, our truck. Oh,
If you
yeah.
wanna look to see what that's all about. The guys, Lorenzo should be out there, who's actually gonna do that, so we're gonna take a look at it.
Hey, grab a box.
Yeah, I checked into those, you know, we talked about those rapid radios.
Yes, yeah.
There's $50 a year per radio.
Okay.
So I don't know about that, but
You've gotta have cell service on those, don't you?
it's
And the
like
way
the
it
old,
works.
it's like the old Nextels, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
You got a SIM card, pay for the radio.
push to talk.
Yeah, you pay for the radio, and then it's, you know, they say no monthly fees, but that's for the first year.
Yeah.
And then it's $50 a radio after that.
Yeah.
Right here too, she looked on her deal at 6:30.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I don't know why I need to get Motorola moving, but, I told him to get me a quote on some of those radios, and he hadn't gotten back to me. I've got another guy that I'm having get a quote, cause we're gonna look at getting some other equipment, some grants and stuff like that, so.
It's a laser print.
Don't be stealing my printer.
Hey, it's been sitting down there for 2.5 years in that room.
Well,
Got some updates. Firmware.
I don't even know if they still make the ink cartridges for it.
He says his printer says Lexmark, not Larson on it.
Yeah, hey, hello. Hey, Rex,
Got your name.
yeah, all that was stacked in a room, been down there forever. Brand new in the box. Actually, I didn't come get it. It was actually ordered by Rochelle through the CARES Act, that's how far it goes back. But Highway Patrol wouldn't give clearance because we didn't have a secure line to use it here. they can use it down to jail. So, and the new sheriff didn't even know it's here. It's been sitting back there since 21, was it? 21 or 23? I don't remember. It's out of date by now.
Yeah.
That's how money was spent. Just always wanted more, always had enough. Bet I could add up $1 million.
See, that's the, so they're getting. Yeah, see, that's the one that
Oh,
I'll grab that box.
all right. I told them, I sent them a text this morning for them two to come to the meeting. I said, and bring a truck. I said, a truck? I said, yeah, I'm 30,000. Of course, Rex goes, what? Then Stacy goes, Rex, you bring your truck in case they keep it as collateral or something. Oh, we do got ARPA, look at there. Opioid.
Wrap for a dare car, training for 2 people, and some field tests. You like pay stub?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna stack it all together for you.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Rex said that was his printer, and I said, no, that's Lexmark, not Larson.
Ha,
Here's your pay stubs. Oh, I'm sorry, I hit you?
He goes, yeah, I need a computer,
The paperwork, how about work?
computer and a printer. Well, there you go.
Alright, y'all got anything for me today?
More money.
More money. You got some this morning?
Thanks, Mike.
Alrighty, and then, what was the name? It was.
Tri-State, Kansas State Bank.
Kansas State Bank, perfect, alright.
Somebody forget their toys.
I don't know what
I'll never
sheriff wrote,
forget
is
that.
it?
I'll never forget that. The lip balm, 1200 bucks. Crayon and color books, like 1300. Everything he ordered there. Jimmy did back then. There was stress balls too. I don't know where all them went. There was $900 stress balls. I mean, it's kind of like,
How much the
and then they would turn around and come in here and say, well, we need to get some money for stuff for the canine doctor. We could just visit all of that. Priorities. Priorities. You been gigging?
No,
I haven't seen too many local people out.
No.
Usually all over, I'll see all the buddies of mine have been out gigging. I ain't seen no pictures of no. No. You been seeing any? Andy?
Huh?
Seen any pictures of people gigging?
Bill snagging or.
Oh, snagging, that's one, not gigging, snagging.
Well, get them,
Same
get them
thing.
any way you can, I guess.
Same thing. Well, I get it right one of these days.
It don't matter. Yeah. I know.
I go out to go snag and I'm liable to grab every rock and log in the water. Every time you break off one of them, what is it, 15, 20 bucks?
Oh, yeah, it's money down the drain.
I remember one time the end of my bass boat, a little rubber piece came out. And every time I saw a nice thing on there, zing, ping.
Yeah.
5 lures in, that's just.
Was you on last night?
I went home, I was so mad.
Was you on
Finally looked
dispatch
at the end of
last
my
night?
rod.
Nah, I got
Who was the guy on last night?
We had a Theo.
Sound like a guy.
Very cool.
You
You
know, it
into
actually
any of the
sounded
big
like was the old.
glide
dispatcher
baits or
years ago,
anything?
is
What do you
sounded
mostly
like
bass
mine.
fish with?
Yeah, that's the sound I heard.
Sure wasn't
Texas
It
rig
could have been,
or,
what time did you get
jigs.
up?
I didn't get off till,
Once I put
I
on
left right there
the
about 6:30 last night.
braid, I
It
learned
might have been
I
with
felt
you.
that first tug on the
Okay.
braid.
You'd called,
Just
I
sit-
was
just sit
about a
and I was
wreck
hooked.
on seven,
But I do like
17?
lures.
17.
That was me.
Spinner baits, but
about
I
clearing
like
the road,
fishing.
you said I have trouble, so go ahead and move
I
it or something.
tried,
Yeah,
That
all
was
right.
me.
and stuff every once in a while.
See you guys.
See you later.
Yeah, I was listening
Well,
to
I
it.
got a.
Where was that wreck at?
It's that brand, quick around the corner from us. Quick cast, like 10 speed,
window,
10,
right there.
thing like
Oh,
fast.
right there
It was like
on that
$170
curve,
spinner bait.
4DD,
Reel.
Yep.
And,
where the
wait,
dump
that's a lot
truck,
of fun.
there was a
Between
dump
picture
truck that
window
rolled.
Lure.
Thailand.
But I like my bait cast reel so
If
much,
you
I
know the
don't
old
like
name.
fish light lures.
What, the two cars hit each other or something? There was two vehicles, it
The
said.
time I got around there,
I
Pearl
need to
Jam
get
had
a
like a
second
minivan
full.
pulled out, and then there was like an SUV off down in the ditch.
I haven't even gone this year. I was supposed to go last week, but we never.
I heard it on my
I got the
radio.
bass boat ready. It's ready to go. We're gonna go, just get lazy. Next thing you know, a nap hits me.
I got a radio I
Yeah.
can talk to them, both bands. I only do it for emergencies.
I was gonna try to
I'll
run
listen to it, but
below the dam and
Yeah.
see if the white bass are running or anything else.
My son swears by that. It's fun to catch and eat.
white bass, we used to go up there to swinging bridges and go upstream there. Well, if they're running water,
Yeah.
them things are on fire, but as soon as they shut that water off, it's like that food quits moving.
We're going camping up in Pawnee. In May.
But we used to go
We're
up
turning
there
up there.
all during the week, in the evening time, we'd wade up through there.
I got the dam over there. I never fished on. We got some nice campsites on the dams.
Mhm.
Spillway.
See, you got a bunch of gifts today. You got a bunch, didn't have to pay for them.
I clarified it to the sheriff at 6:30 start time.
You could use the printer and all that, couldn't you?
Is it?
I texted Jessica.
You could use the computer and the printer, couldn't you? Yeah, it's been stacked in that corner down there since 21 or 23.
Hopefully they don't have Windows 10 on it. Windows 10 out of support.
It's probably got Windows 7 on it. That printer probably gave you the cartridge.
It's probably got just a brick for the cartridge. It's
Probably
not
don't make
even-
the cartridges for
They're
that
not
printer anymore
alloy
either.
Probably not even liquid, just a solid brick of toner.
Yeah. I don't know. Used to be spin, spin, put in the closet. Spin, spin, put in the closet. You probably find a lot in closets down there, didn't you? I told him, you don't believe how much money's right there.
I think that one, oh
I
yeah.
remember signing the tickets and all that. I'm like, did you ever find the stress balls? Bunch of them too. You're gonna open a closet, it's gonna roll
Yeah, I
out
was
on
just
you.
thinking that.
All the balls gonna roll out on you.
Need to get a picture today for the website. Your predecessor's still out there.
Yeah, Dave's gotta change it. You've aged quite a bit.
Yeah, I'm nobody.
Oh, there was one.
After yesterday,
Oh,
I feel
shoot,
beat
where did I
down
do it
anyway.
No.
How'd your situation resolve yesterday?
Which one?
That you called me about with the power company?
She won. Can't arrest her. I mean, it's her land. But I told them to finish up what they were doing, and based on what my prosecutor said, have your attorney send her a strongly languaged letter from their attorney. Because it clearly states that the power company has 15 feet on each side of, but
They gotta get to it.
I got on there off of Reporter Road. You go past Garrett, you know where it turns the gravel, there's houses there on the left.
Yeah.
Then people approach me and say, if you can ever go 25 more feet with some asphalt, if you ever could do it, please. Really, that hill needs to be.
It must have been a week for right-of-way issues. I spent all day yesterday over one of them. They want the road fixed, and then after you fix it, they want it back like it was. I don't, I mean, I wanna go forward, not back. But if that lady was to lose power, it'd be whatever, just get me my power back on. I don't,
I threw that at her. She was like, I don't care. I'm like, okay. Husband was fine.
Well, I said the husband's as easy to get along with as
Yep,
you
he
can
was.
be.
poor
We'll
fellow.
run into them.
I gave him $20 to take her to lunch.
Just to get her out of there.
Yeah.
Was it someone wanting to
And
work on
that-
the utility pole
he-
or something?
Well,
Gave it back, went back up.
Gas and Sage,
He's
or
like,
was
"Here,
it Cleve,
back,
was
just
wanting to
like
work,
pocket."
do their trimming on the, power lines.
Uh-huh.
And she blocked the road, wouldn't let them off the road, and it's a private road. So,
So I talked to the ambulance
so
district.
they'll have to come in from a different
And
way.
they said, I gave them some group number and I
Well,
gave her, and she's gonna call the village.
Somebody else owns the property
And
next.
see what's.
And they can get onto that property because they've already trimmed on that property, but there's an area, there's some lines up towards their house that,
Medical bills prior to that.
uh,
What I'm getting at is what you're
they
getting.
could probably reach from the other property,
Oh,
but
wow.
still, they're gonna be cutting
No, that
on
might be part of the problem, because when you had your number.
from the other property to.
But they were trying to tell them
Clear those lines.
she wasn't even insured.
Yeah. So
I mean,
gave
she
her
had,
some
I
numbers
mean,
and she's
the
gonna
point
talk
was
to the
that, I mean,
department.
they're
But in
cutting
order
down
for
on
us
them
to
trees,
get an
what do you do?
itemized bill,
I
she's
saw the
gonna
wood
ask
chipper
us
there.
for it.
Oh,
And
okay.
I can't do anything
You know,
until
there
we
was a
get
bunch
it,
of
and
dead
that's
trees
what she
that they
had.
already
Talk
cut.
about you, tell her to get out of my bill. Yeah.
Didn't look like that they were cleaned up or
I have not
cleared out. I don't know if they're
You
gonna
want
go
me
in
to
afterwards and
get
do
an
it.
itemized bill?
You
I
or
don't
her
know
one
what
will
the
have to do it,
process
I
is.
can't. So, but tell her that I've talked to them and
But-
they're working on it. So if that doesn't help, we'll call with the itemized
Just love
bill
them trees.
to James and Stephanie.
Okay. Yeah, but don't they have the right to go down and cut with an easement?
That's what I was
They have
saying.
15 feet on each side,
That's
but
what
it's a civil matter. It's not a.
I know. It just, some of them are different, some easements are different than others too. Yeah, I'm having keys.
Do what?
If you have them keys.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
You
let
got it
him
back down?
I wouldn't let him in.
Then I can take that truck at 10.
Do I need to follow you to pick you up?
No, I'll drive it back.
Drive what back?
The truck back.
I thought you're dropping it off.
Not yet.
Oh,
I'm hoping he
yeah.
can drop it off. If he does, then I'll call, yes. If he tells me to keep it and get it in, then yeah, I'll just drop it off.
Yeah, those are tricky situations on them trees.
Yeah, probably a contractor cutting aspen probably.
It was. Was it, or what's this, is it a Splendid?
Yeah, aspen, that's how they,
Oh.
yeah.
That's how I've always pronounced it anyway.
Yeah, they've got them guys that go down them big old mountains down where that,
Yeah.
there ain't no way I'd ride that machine down some of them hills. No way. Ain't happening.
They're different.
Oh, I'm telling you.
I've ran him before,
Yeah, they're wide,
yeah.
but still, my luck could tumble forward or tumble backwards or, you know, you get to climb with them, you hit a big rock and it wants to lift it up in the air.
That thing will extend out 70 foot when you got that out there and it's shaking and you're on a steep hill. You can tilt and level the cab, but the frame of the machine's still sitting like this, but you can level the cab, but it's, anything else is
They
not
don't make the
level.
pins big enough for me on that.
You gotta be touched or nervous or calm or something, you gotta, go.
So they don't make big enough pins for me to get away with that one little guy, they happy.
Yeah.
No, I ain't going up and down that. I'm out. I went up one with my four-wheeler one time. Then once I got up, and I had to look back down, because I knew I had to go back, and I'm like,
A lot of extra folding chairs anywhere that it's not being used by the jury or anything. The jury room down there that they call it. Do y'all have any extras that are somewhere that they're gonna use?
In that mechanical room.
With
off
the
of
tables too? Okay, downstairs. Alright.
Yeah, there should be a bunch of chairs in there, but there's some metal folding chairs and seats, yeah.
Got anything for me there?
MJ,
Okay.
is that out of your funds, or is that?
I would like to transfer all of you all. But yeah, and then somebody sign off on it.
Was that W-9 filled out?
Yeah.
That one is, yeah. Alright. Do we wanna eventually get the marijuana funds over to where it goes through, like all the other checks and stuff?
Eventually, probably.
Okay.
We'll wait until we find out about the
If it's legal or not.
litigation.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
it'll be ongoing for 5 years. Back and forth. One court to the next court, to the next court, to the next court. You'll end up on the basketball court. That's 3 out of 5 wins.
There you go. There's not enough money to pay that. Oh, sorry, Andy.
Daryl left his part here too. Daryl needed a part for draining his house, and I told his wife I'd pick him up and give it to him. It's sitting right back there. I told him I was here too.
The recorder's still here, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's here in spirit.
I seen your new dump truck, so I come back from the lake.
There's been the update
I
on
took BB because I was going to
17th
Key.
Bridge
So I
situation.
come through there and they was pulling them around.
Highway patrol.
They look nice.
Yeah,
MC freezers.
they're trying to figure them out. They're different M drive. They dump different stuff like that.
Oh, really? Like they had some big beds on them out there.
So I asked, so they didn't find a body below the 17 bridge yet? What's the chances it was just somebody taking a dive and swim out?
That's what I think. Because highway patrol, I mean, they were all over it.
Was your witness
And the current
credible?
wasn't nothing.
Well, and the river's so low and there's no current, I mean, you know.
I mean, was it just one witness to it, or
I believe it was just one.
were they credible or not?
I don't know.
The way Rex talked, it was a credible witness, but when he said you just don't know if somebody jumped off and swam off.
Is that what we're looking for?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Alright, thank you.
Talking about gigging, on if the river's clear enough to use gigging lights or not,
It'll be after the weekend.
you know.
question, unrelated to anything. Every office in the county's got its own email system, right? Why is that?
I mean, a lot of the courthouse uses kind of a similar system, but like the sheriff's department is separate. So,
Or what is the county's, what platform does it use?
it's off of GoDaddy,
Okay.
yeah, Microsoft 365.
Which we're changing ours to GoDaddy. We're going to a Google Mail.
Google Mail, Gmail?
But we can't get some emails, like Gmail don't come through at all.
Right.
So we're changing ours.
I need a phone number for Butchie.
Her phone number?
Is it one bill or does each office pay for their own? Or is it just county pays for it out of
We have a block of
accounts?
and so we provide those unless they want a separate one, and then they pay for it if
Okay,
they
they
get
get
their
a
separate.
basic amount and they pay for any extra.
Did you get the email on the meeting on 4/2 from FEMA?
No. No, I
They
checked.
do all the
this
city.
morning, I didn't see nothing.
Wait a minute. Oh,
I was here yesterday and talked.
no,
to
even
the
so, why
basement.
don't they put you in this? That don't make sense. You'd think they'd have you two in there.
And there's nothing on our Gmail.
Yeah, no. You must have been in here yesterday, right as I got here.
Yep. Yeah, heck, include you guys on that.
April 2nd.
Yep. At,
April 2nd, 9.
that's the only reply to him.
What time is it, Gene? 9:00.
April 2nd.
Is it here out at Buckhorn?
That's down here.
Got it.
Oh, here's one. Give me a forward this to one of them.
One thing I've heard.
There he is, right there.
Oh, yeah, his ears burning.
Yours are burning again.
What?
What's it?
Talking about me.
Good email. Type in an email and I'll forward it. That's where you go, just type in an email. It's got a lot of stuff on it. At least you'll know ahead of time.
I called the fire department, they went last. And I can I'll probably just put it in your truck and I'll bring it to you. Thank you, man. You're welcome.
Did you send it?
Yeah, I'm out of shape.
You got beer wax in your beard?
Does it look like it? Or there's just pieces of weird, like,
Either
I was in a hurry.
beard wax or brew.
What was it?
I had butter. Well, there's just pieces hanging there?
Scrambled eggs.
Oh, had a fun night.
Oh, his email from, Morales,
Yeah.
he needs to include them in the email for the meeting on the second.
You want him to include them?
Yes, because if they're the ones that's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what, you guys already reviewed that yesterday.
Oh, so that was already, that's done already?
Yeah, they sent a lot of emails, and those emails, just whatever, they're gonna send them, it's
They
automatic.
said there's a meeting on the second,
No,
at
we
9
already,
o'clock.
it's because I have to go in and request it, but, so it's the same deal as, it's,
Same thing.
he wants to come in, and he wants to sit with us, like, at least with me.
Weekly.
Well, weekly, once, to explain
Okay.
the process, he did yesterday. But what I'll do is, next time there's an email that it is for you guys to review, instead of having you guys leaving, I'll just email it to you
I was
guys.
just gonna say, they got heads up, in case you need anything, they can have the information available.
The only thing I need, that is not highly immediately, but the quicker the better, would be the hours, the wages, and the equipment and everything that they use. And like I mentioned, if it's just all in paper, it needs to be put in a spreadsheet, I can do it, that way Tyler can. And then, because I need a total amount for some of the projects, but,
We'll see what all she's got done.
yeah. But we got, at least like a week or two for that, that's just a standard
Yeah, I
meeting.
just got that. I was like, okay.
You're fine, if it's something that we need, I'll let you know. The process is going well, and it's just, I've never done it, so he's sitting there with me and explaining to me, and it's simple, it's just a lot.
Now he just sent me a mail, thanks for taking time yesterday to meet with me. I just got it.
It's probably saying, meet with me, is because I gotta put you in there, unless it says, thank you, Gene, for meeting.
Okay,
I mean, is it saying thank you, Gene?
I deleted it.
Yeah, don't worry about those emails, like I said, if it's something, I'll let you know.
It said, thank you for the meeting yesterday, but the email I got before that was telling me about a meeting next week. And then I got an email that says, thank you for the meeting yesterday.
I got like 8 emails on it, and he's like, don't,
See, effective, not
Day
just.
late and a dollar short.
They got the
You got the emails.
They
You
got the
lots
cart,
of them.
they got the cart before the horse, and then
I think, no,
Federal government, effective, not
they,
efficient.
I gotta be
They
quiet,
just
I got in
wanna-
trouble
they just
with
wanna
that
wear you
years
down.
ago.
he's
got all
making
the way
the
to
process a
DC,
little
so that's
simpler,
it.
but, so.
Ooh. I guess somehow through Daryl's deal, it got all the way to
I don't know where
DC.
to get a FedEx envelope at. They don't have
And
them
the
over
two
there. They don't
commissioners
have
goes,
them
hey,
in
lay
boxes.
off
Do you
of
know
them,
where
they're
to get a
putting
FedEx
heat
envelope?
down on the
FedEx
FEMA,
envelope?
and people calling it them, and I'm like,
There's
they
nothing.
ain't done
Is there,
nothing.
does the bottom part of the box
We've been
open?
waiting
There's a
and waiting and
supply-
waiting,
pull
somebody
one
needs
drawer
to
down
move
and
on
there's
this.
supposed to be all the supplies in it.
They,
So I kinda
I was
spun
gonna say,
the
I looked in
nest.
there, but I didn't, I just seen where you could drop it.
I think,
Then they
What do you
come,
want me to
Makes
say?
UPS
Doing a great
knows
job?
that, and
and then they
FedEx
come
over
back,
here,
and
all I
they're
see is
mad
drop
because I
FedEx.
turned them
I
in
don't
if they're not getting
Mailbox it
anything.
maybe?
So then they
should
wanna
be
take it
supplies
out
in
on
that
them
box.
again,
At the
I'm
bottom
like,
of it,
oh,
maybe?
this is
There should be a
Because
drop
they-
door, and then there should be a supply.
because they
door, I
got
think
like
is
Yep.
what
20
it's,
people working the same case.
I will look
And
at
then
it,
they
but
would
I
come
didn't
and
see
say,
it.
no.
If anything, I'm gonna give it back to you to.
He
Okay.
said, Corps of Engineers said we got it this way, no, you can't do it that way, you gotta do it this way, so now I got two federal agencies fighting, and you have to let them fight it out before you can get anywhere.
Right? At the
That's
federal
usually what
level.
happens, yeah.
Then the state. may
Then the
wanna get
state
involved.
comes in, the state agrees with one side, and then now you gotta spin three.
I don't know.
I've seen enough of them in 15 years, I'll tell you right now.
I still smile and I still shake the hand and say, you,
I could've-
you're doing great. Yeah.
I had a solution for FEMA 10 years ago. You know how they are.
Maybe we can talk about that one, it's not lying.
All right, remind
No, I meant each state should have like states that don't have a lot of stuff, you might have 3 or 4 reps in the state. I understand where the hurricanes hit, you can probably have 50 of them down there, or whatever. But those people should handle within their state. But
Start
for
to
some
finish.
reason, we get them from Florida, we get them from Oregon, we get them from all over. Well, we
Well,
could have a local
Puerto
person here help
Rico,
us start to finish the whole time and not have someone come in and trade out every 30 to 45 days,
I think we've
trading
dealt
people
with
out.
seven different people so far.
so right now, no, for this case, we have, it's like almost 16 people. You got the EHP, mitigation, you got want to make sure that the borders and the paperwork is doing it right, and making sure the one that works at printer, I don't know. But I can tell you this time, I'm
Then
not
when I made
complaining, we got the
comment
board
of
radio
it,
with us.
then when I made comment of it, I get a call from a lady out of Louisiana. She was head of Homeland Security's over FEMA.
It is, yeah.
So I get a call from an investigator out of Louisiana that's over FEMA wanting to know. It was back when stuff happened in St. Louis and the SEMA said they had no money, which they already had been sent the money, but they used it in St. Louis. She goes, no, you got the money. I go, no. All right. She goes, show me the email. So I sent the email we got from state SEMA to her. And then we left for conference 3 days later, and everybody in the state got their money from FEMA except us, or SEMA except us.
I have
Because I turned
confidence
them
in
in.
them. Got good confidence in the one that we got.
Yeah,
For
this
this one.
guy seems really decent. But you only get him for so long, and he's gone.
And then,
Then you gotta rely on the next one that comes. That's where I got the problem.
When it switches hands, that's when it gets.
That's when it really gets.
No consistency.
No, it
No,
gets
it's
out of
like, so we need this paperwork. I go, we didn't give you that paperwork.
whack.
But that guy took it with him, so I'm the new person here. I need to see all.
that's,
And it goes over and over and over. 75 trees later, the paper.
well, there's a town right now that,
Well, look at North Carolina. They ever got taken care of?
no comment. But there's a town now, they got rid of, it was like 14 or 20 trees. And everything, I don't know much of the tree, but everything, even the, even the stumps, everything, they took it out. So now EHP is coming back and asking, they want the exact measurement of the stump or boulder, whatever that they take out. I mean, a street company may, but I don't know if you, so they like, how am I supposed to get this number?
They'll want
So
an
they're gonna
estimate
deny.
on how old the tree was.
How old the tree was.
What
Everything
kind
like,
of tree it
oh.
was.
Send them a slice, tell them count the
Some data
rings.
point, some system that's read.
Tell 'em to count the
Fill it
rings.
out.
Yeah.
Again, it's a stop, it's the
I
hard
should have
stop.
mentioned that, yeah.
Just take a picture of it and tell them count the rings.
Zoom in close.
All right, well, I gotta go to the warehouse, I gotta do some
Yeah.
distribution.
We had an
I'll
old
see you later, man,
commissioner
later.
sitting that chair
Yeah,
years
let me know when you
ago.
wanna do that, brother.
You remember this. He goes, we graded that
Have a
road.
good
We
day.
graded that road 4 times this year. I go, you have. We pulled the ditch every time we pull a ditch. Okay? Well, how do you explain that tree right there? The tree was that big around in the ditch. What was it 5, 8-year-old tree, maybe 4 or 5, somewhere in there?
It's funny you're saying that because I've got them taking some trees out today between the road and the ditch.
Yeah,
They're that big around.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You can't even get
But,
into the ditch.
but they graded that ditch.
Yeah, they're cleaning some out of one right now, so I can get into
Yeah.
the ditch.
I was like, okay. Find me them trees. I'd like to grow some. It'd grow that quick. Somebody's dumping America growing the ditch.
There'll be people on that road that like it, and I'll get a call from one.
Oh,
that
you'll
wanted
get
to take
one
them
that-
down for it.
Why are you taking that tree down?
It's
That's
a,
a
it's a
perfectly good tree.
sycamore. I'll go to the river and get you a sprout off of another one. I mean,
Yeah. We had a lady here a while back that called over, trimming the trees
yeah.
on the property. She called me, and I'm like, ma'am, with the easement coming down through there, we're not landscapers. These guys aren't, they got machines that's gonna chew it up. So if you want it nice and neat, and your property's there by the road, by all means, go back and trim it back and make it look pretty. Cause if we have to go through there, it may not look pretty. Uh,
I,
Oh, I've had that happen many times over the years. Oh, they get mad. Well, you destroyed my trees out with the road. Well, maybe the guy that drove through there with this big old trailer and everything going to his farm and destroyed his trailer, you gonna pay for that?
It's real hard to do
You
your
can't,
job
I
and
mean,
not cause
you're
a
gonna get,
uproar, yeah.
you make these people their man, you make the ones the man, make them having their man. And you're like, you see it all the time, especially you guys. That one lady Ricky had in that ditch that time. Ooh, that German lady called, she was mad. Wouldn't answer the door. He'd go up, knock on the door, wouldn't answer it. She wanted her old grader operator back that had retired for 6 years, but she wanted him to grade the road. She tried to explain, he don't work anymore. He's handicapped now, he couldn't do it. Well, it's never been, so they were out there working. She goes, I want you to come out. I'm like, just let him finish. He got down, he went up and knocked the door, she wouldn't answer it, because Ricky was the one there, Ricky was raking it. I said, I'll meet you tomorrow. She goes, okay, I'll come out there and we'll look at it tomorrow. I was just trying to get in between her and Ricky to make everybody happy. About an hour later, she called me, she goes, after they left, I went down and looked at it. She goes, that's the best it's ever looked. But boy, I got earful for a day and a half. But she wanted her old operator back, and she'd been retired for 6 years. Ricky goes, I don't think the guy can climb up on a grader now. But he listens to blues R&B.